Hello, welcome to Econ 101. Today we will talk about the free market and why the market is not the solution for every problem.
Professor.
Yes.
I, as the chairman, CEO, board of director, state chairman of the State and School Young Americans for Liberty object to your statist views of the free market being a failure.
Really? Name a point of time where the free market is able to regulate themselves without requiring government money.
I don't know.
You are partially correct. The market can never self-regulate itself. Now let's continue with today's lecture.
Professor, please explain why we need NASA if private companies are able to build and send rockets into space. If the filthy government was not in the way, we would be way ahead in technology and space travel.
Do you realize that the government is the largest spender in public research, the same type of research used to send rockets into space? Without NASA, we wouldn't have a lot of modern-day technology such as satellite television, communications, and other useful inventions. Private space exploration companies are heavily subsidized by what you call government money.
The free market would have gotten us there by following the invisible hand.
There are no incentives for private companies to go into outer space as it costs a lot of money for research and development, testing, and the time required to build and send the rocket to its destination. How would a company acquire the resources and organize a long-term and expensive project without the help of taxpayer money?
Charity. When I take your money, that's theft. When the government does it, that's taxes.
Really? Charity? Who in their right mind would donate their hard-earned money to a corporation to fund space exploration with nothing in return? With taxes, you are funding local schools, roads, bridges and space exploration at the same time without having to find and research about who to donate to.
Ayn Rand, Milton Friedman, Koch brothers, good citizens, everything is rape or slavery except rape and slavery, which aren't that bad. My general rule regarding sex is that it should ideally be avoided as much as possible.
What did you say?
Because ghetto folks, ruined and addicted to state in numerous ways, are not heavy thinkers, or even light ones. And I've often wondered, are they better off as slaves, picking cotton and having a family life and doing things, or are they better off under government subsidy?
You're being racist.
Just for the record, thinking blacks are inferior doesn't make someone a Nazi. I'm libertarian. That's about the polar opposite of a fascist political stance.
Okay.
The African tradition is poverty and endless conflicts. The European tradition has been economic prosperity.
What does this have to do with my lecture on free market faults?
This is a violation of private property rights. They're calling it an issue of zoning. Zoning is communism. Economics is humanitarianism. I want a world where people are free to rape whoever they want.
Stop spewing your libertarian crap in my class.
If you paid a bunch of money for a horse or a mule, would you starve it to death? Would you beat it to death? Do you honestly need me to cite sources where people purchased horses and mules and didn't beat them to death, or can we just agree that slavery probably went down that way? In a libertarian society, the existence of a free baby market will bring such neglect down to a minimum. Voluntary transaction is not coercion.
Get the fuck out of my class now.
That is a violation of the non-aggression principle.
Get the hell out of here and don't ever come back.
Exhibit A for the need for a polycentric legal system, right here.
I will build a great wall and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me, and I'll build them very inexpensively. I will build a great wall on our southern border, and I will make Mexico pay for that wall. Mark my words. If I were running The View, I'd fire Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, I'd look at her right in the fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired.
My IQ is one of the highest and you all know it. Please don't feel so stupid or insecure, it's not your fault.
Is it possible for Megyn Kelly to cover anyone but Donald Trump on her terrible show? She totally misrepresents his words and positions. Bad.
You're a fellow centipede?
I'm a nimble navigator.